Stand behind the line. Some will fade and some will shine. Aiming for the goal. Been trying hard to sell your soul. Oh, so many
雪綺麗やったらいいけど、汚いのが映るかもね。こんなんやな。
Been trying hard to sell my soul. Oh, so many times before. No one's buying anymore. didn't really matter while wishing for something better. I tried to fix things that weren't broken, misunderstandings and words unspoken. We fall apart, and I won't dare say, do you feel the same way? Maybe you don't wanna know, but you don't see what you have in front of you. Or maybe I'm not enough for you, so maybe I should go. If I had known from the start, this wouldn't have ended with broken hearts. 'Cause I don't wanna waste my time. If we don't feel the same way, then don't pretend that everything's okay. And don't string me along the way you do. Just let me get over you. Maybe you don't wanna know, but you don't see what you have in front of you. Or maybe I'm not enough for you, so maybe I should go. If I had known from the start, this wouldn't have ended with broken hearts. 'Cause I don't wanna waste my time. No, I don't wanna waste my time. No. Maybe you don't see what you have in front of you. Or maybe I'm not enough for you, so maybe if I had known from the start, this wouldn't have ended with broken hearts. 'Cause I don't wanna waste my time. No, I don't wanna waste my time. No, no, I don't wanna waste my time. find the words to describe you now. 'Cause I'm lying next to you and the world goes quiet. Wish that I could make you see how you fit me perfectly, and I fall for you again. We've been through it all. You're the one who understands. In a world where hope grows thin, you completed me. And the story lifted wing tells me how to breathe. Wish that I could make you see how you fit me perfectly, and I fall for you again. We've been through it all. You're the one who understands. The one to make things right. And I fall for you again. We've been through it all. You're the one who understands. And I fall for you again. We've been through it all. You're the one who understands.
Look out, here she comes. The woman that I love. It's too bad she'll never know. Yeah, I can't tell her how I feel, because she has someone who makes her happy. I'm a ghost in these walls, or at least I try to be. 'Cause I hope that I'm not showing her how I feel for her, but she won't feel the same for me. I've got this picture in my mind. It's just the two of us, just the two of us. But I know I'll have to try to let her go, because she won't be mine. I listen when she talks, I watch her when she walks. She's giving me these feelings that I've never felt before, but she will never know that I love her so well. She's with somebody else, and I will have to let her go. She will never know, nah. Never know, nah. She will never know, nah. She'll never know. It's like she stole my heart without knowing she did. but I guess that it will pass. Yeah, I can't be the only one who got lost inside the blue of those eyes. I've gotta let her go. I know it won't be easy. I wanna hold her close, but I have to try as hard as I can, 'cause she'll never be mine. I listen when she talks, I watch her when she walks. She's giving me these feelings that I've never felt before. She will never know that I love her so well. She's with somebody else and I will have to let her go. She will never know, never know, 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 she'll never know. She said I won't be back in a while, don't wait. Already packed her bags, called the cab, made space. And she said I won't answer if you call me when you're lonely. I guess I let her go, never mind, it's too late. But I can't believe I let you slip. I think about it 7 days a week and this just can't be how it's supposed to end up. It's not enough. And maybe time will make you fade, but I don't know if I'm ready to just let you go away like my friends think I should. 'Cause what if I just wanna be with you? I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. But honestly, I can't remember if you love me, or maybe I'm just feeling lonely. I don't know. Just let it go. She got herself a guy, and he's good, no, he's great. Everything she wanted packed behind a pretty face. But I kinda hope he blows her into little pieces and let me pick them all back up and put them back together. But I can't believe I let you slip. I think about it 7 days a week and this just can't be how it's supposed to end up. 'Cause what if you should really be with me? I wonder what the hell you didn't see. But honestly, I can't remember if I loved you, but it feels like I do when I think about you now, 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 now. What if I just wanna be with you? Oh, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. Honestly, I can't remember if you love me. Maybe I'm just feeling lonely, I don't know. Just let it go. But what if you should really be with me? I wonder what the hell you didn't see. Honestly, I can't remember if I loved you, but it feels like I do when I think about you now, 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 now. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll talk a cup of kindness yet for days of old lang syne. And here's a night, trusty friend, and here's a hand of thine. We'll talk a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll talk a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and